after pulling off that blockbuster trade to possibly put us in position to acquire the main prospect we've been trying to acquire, let's go ahead and take a look at our draft picks. And as you can see, we have 1 first, 1 second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths, 4 fifths, 5 sixths, and 3 sevenths. That is insane. We have a total of 18 draft picks. If you can't tell, I'm big on developing through the draft or building a team and developing through the draft. This should let you know right here. But even from my standpoint, this is a little overkill, and I might have to try to ship out some of these draft picks. So I think I'm going to try to package some of these mid to late round picks and try to ship them off to another user and see if I can sell them for one mid round pick, like a 4th or a 3rd, even if it's not for this year, if it's for next year. To be honest with you, it would probably be better if it was for next year. So let's try to ship off a 5th round pick and maybe a couple of 6. All right, so let's try to see. Oh my God, Ravens cap is terrible. We're probably not even going to be able to offer them anything. Let's see about the Seahawks. Okay, they have better cap. Let's see what they have to offer. Let's see if maybe we can get a 4th or their 4th for a year or 2 down the line. Not 2028. Let's try 2027. Yeah, let's try the 4th. There we go. All right. So the CPU says it's green. Hopefully he decides to take it. I mean, I'm giving you 3 draft picks for this year, and I'm only asking for 1 higher draft pick next year. So I imagine he should take it, but we'll see. Let's try to offer up another package of draft picks for this year for a pick for next year to another user. So let's try to offer a couple more 6. Well, a 6 and a couple 7s. Let's do that. Yeah. 6 and a couple 7s and try to offer that up to another user. I'm going to try to target the Browns on this one. All right, here we go. 16.2 million. Yeah, they got the cap space. So we should be able to make a feasible enough offer to them. Let's try to go with, again, we're going to shoot for 2027. Let's go a 5th round pick there since we're giving them a 6 and 2 7s. Hopefully they take it. Like I said, you're acquiring 3 picks for this year. I would imagine they would take it, but we should see. We shall see. Let's go ahead and check out free agency and see who all was signed while we're trying to wait and buy time to see if we can get these users to accept these trades. So Jair Alexander, I said to see who got signed. We haven't even advanced past the first week of free agency. So some big names available in free agency right now. You got Jair Alexander, you got Mark Andrews, Kevin Zeitler, Njoku, Christian Wilkins. A lot of prominent. Oh, wow. That was quick. Okay. Well, I guess we in there. We got them to accept the trade. We'll take it. And look at this. I can't even pay attention to my own trades right now. Look at this trade over here on the right. The Lions, which is a user-controlled team, has traded Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is going to the Washington Commanders. Wow. What a big-time trade there. And here I am talking about my trades or looking at my trades. And we got a big time trade going on here to the right of our screen. I'm going to have to go look at league transactions to see what exactly he shipped out for Laporta. He had to have gotten another tight end in return for that. But check out some of these combine results for some of the league's top players. So John Mateer at the combine, he has a strong arm archetype, but he actually ran a 4.63 and a 40, which isn't bad for a quarterback. You got Uwe Ungalele ran a 4.79 in his 40. Let's go ahead and go by position. So Cade Klubnik ran a 4.64. Drew Aller 4.84. Blake Horvath ran a 4.66. Carson Beck ran a lowly 5.04. Nussmeier ran a 5 flat. Johnson ran a 4.63. Morton 4.84. Salter so far looks like he is the fastest quarterback in the draft right now, running a 4.58. I wonder if some of these will improve as the draft goes along. You got Taylon Green, who ran a 4.59, so he's actually right there with Caden Salter. Haynes King ran a 4.64. Diego Pavia ran a 4.64. Tommy Castellanos ran a 4.63. So we got quite a few faster QBs in this draft. I'll be intrigued to see if any of these numbers improve once we advance to pro day results. But Jeremiah Love ran a 4.45. Nothing like real life, but still pretty fast in the game. And so far, looking at what I'm looking at, he appears to be the fastest, well, one of the faster running backs, because Reed ran a 4.45. Then Claiborne ran a 4.41. Jaden Ott ran a 4.50. White ran a 4.46. And it looks like we have another one. Edwards ran a 4.42 near the bottom down here. So we got a couple running backs. A lot of these running backs seem to be all around the same range. Again, just like with the quarterbacks, I'll be intrigued once we advance to see if any of these numbers improve once we get their pro day results in. Let's check out some of these wide receivers to see what they ran as well. So filtering it out from fastest to slowest, we have a 4.32 for Barry and Brown. Zachariah Branch ran a 4.37. Sheffield ran a 4.42. Pena ran a 4.43, as well as Burks. Then you had Ross and Singleton Jr. ran a 4.44. Aaron Anderson 4.45. Taking a look at Mike linebackers. Again, I'm kind of looking at positions of players that I'm trying to target in the draft, and we are going to need a Mike as well as Sam and Will, as we're doing some restructuring at the linebacker position. Sonny Styles, there we go. That's the guy I was looking for. 4.42, but we know he ran faster than that. Well, that's right around the range that he ran in real life, so that's pretty fast. Bud Clark ran a 4.46, so he's the fastest free safety according to these 40 times at the combine. And as far as strong safety, Thieneman ran a 4.53, so he would be the fastest strong safety of the bunch. Again, all of these are positions we are targeting. Caleb Downs ran a 4.50, so a lot of intriguing prospects. All right, now that we've verified that everybody is online and ready to advance, we're going to go ahead and advance to the second week of free agency, and we're going to take a peek and see some of these free agents that were signed. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a few blockbuster notifications here after advancing from week 1 of free agency going into week 2. So there you have it. Christian Wilkins has signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Dante Thornton Jr. Wow, big time signing for the Green Bay Packers. Now that one right there is going to suck from a Chiefs standpoint, because the Chiefs traded for him and he was trying to get him re-signed before free agency came, and he couldn't get him re-signed. So to trade for him, build him up, because I believe he's gotten him to an X factor, and have to lose him in free agency to another user at that hurts. That sucks. That's pretty tough. We'll have to go check out some of these league transactions real quick to see some of these big names that were signed. Oh, so it looks like we have a few more retirements as well, but we'll address that in a little bit. Let's take a peek at some of these free agents. So Jalen Thompson actually signed with the 49ers. Then we had Jelani Tavai sign with the Buccaneers. But the Packers ended up signing Dante Thornton to a 6-year, $204 million contract. That could never be me. I'm not doing that, man. I'm sorry. I'm not cap strapping my team. I don't care how bad I could use a certain player. I'm not signing no contract like that. If y'all been following me since my Raiders rebuild, y'all know I like to go trade, get them young with the attributes that I need, and build them up from there. But before I build them up, sign them to long-term cheap contracts so you don't end up in a position like that. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll get into the next week of free agency and pro day results and all that on the next episode of this Jaguars rebuild. But for now, as always, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with more of this Jaguars rebuild, as well as other Madden 26 content. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time. Peace.